All right, parents, let's talk about it. That nightly negotiation. You know, the toothbrush standoff? We're talking about the 2-minute brushing battle. Today, we're gonna turn that daily struggle into a surprising daily win. Does that sound familiar? You asked your kiddo to brush their teeth and all of a sudden 2 minutes feels like an eternity? Trust me, you are not alone. This is one of the most common hurdles parents face, all the way from toddlerhood right through elementary school. I mean, we've all been there. You're exhausted after a long day, you point them toward the sink, you hear this flurry of activity for maybe 15 seconds, and then that triumphant shout, "I'm done!" and you're just left standing there wondering if the toothbrush even touched every single tooth.
So why is this 2-minute tug-of-war so incredibly important? I mean, is it really worth the fight? The answer is a huge, resounding yes. And this is about so much more than just winning a nightly battle. It's about protecting your child's health for years and years to come.
Okay, here's a fact that might stop you in your tracks. Pediatric dental disease, childhood tooth decay, is the #1 chronic childhood disease in America. That's right, #1. Suddenly those 2 minutes seem a lot more significant, don't they?
So the enemy we're all fighting here is something called plaque. Now, a great way to explain this to your kids is to call it a sticky film of sugar bugs that love to have parties on their teeth. Brushing for that full 2 minutes, well, that's how we send those little party crashers packing before they can cause cavities.
All right, now for the good stuff. We get the why, so let's really master the how. I'm gonna walk you through an expert-backed playbook with 4 key strategies that'll help you transform toothbrushing from a chore they dread into a total victory lap. First up, let's change the dynamic completely. Kids learn and engage through play. So if brushing feels like a chore, of course they're gonna resist. But if it feels like a game, they might actually start begging you to play. The goal here is to reframe the entire experience.
And look how simple this can be. You could blast their favorite 2-minute song and have a little dance party. Or grab a cool sand timer and make it a race against time. You could even invent a story, like your brave knights chasing those pesky sugar bugs out of the castle. And hey, don't forget the technology can be your secret weapon here.
And get this, the data is pretty staggering. A whopping 90% of children brush longer when they're using interactive apps. Why? Well, it's because these apps tap into the power of making it a game. They use points and virtual rewards to keep kids completely absorbed for the full 2 minutes. It's absolutely brilliant. Okay, our next strategy is kind of like a secret from the pros. In fact, pediatric dentists use this one all the time. It's a really powerful technique for building cooperation because it takes all the mystery and fear out of the process. And it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. First, you tell them, hey, we're gonna brush our teeth to keep them super strong. Then you show them, either by brushing your own teeth or maybe even a favorite stuffed animal's teeth. And finally, you do it together. See? This turns it into a partnership, not a command.
Now, our third play is all about psychology. Every kid craves a sense of control. So when they feel like they have a say in what's happening, that resistance you're used to can pretty much just melt away. The key? Offer them choices. Just think about it from their perspective for a second. A boring old toothbrush and a strong, minty paste? Not very exciting, right? But if you let them pick a toothbrush with their favorite cartoon character and a toothpaste that tastes like bubblegum or strawberry, all of a sudden, it's their routine and they're way more invested in it. This last play is so important, especially if you've ever noticed that your child's resistance seems more like genuine distress. For some kids, especially those with sensory processing differences, brushing can be physically uncomfortable or even kind of overwhelming. So here are a few targeted solutions. Non-foaming toothpaste can really reduce that sensory overload. An ultra-soft or a silicone brush can feel much gentler on sensitive gums. And for kids who really need structure, just counting your brush strokes in each part of the mouth gives them a predictable, calming routine.
Okay, so you have the playbook. Now let's do a quick run-through of 3 common mistakes to avoid. Getting these little details right can make a huge difference in both how well this works and how peaceful your brushing routine is.
First things first, more is not better. The clinical guidelines are super specific here. For children under 3, you only need a tiny smear of fluoride toothpaste. Think about the size of a grain of rice. And for kids aged 3 to 6, a pea-sized amount is absolutely perfect. Next up, an old toothbrush just doesn't clean as well. The rule of thumb is to replace it every 3 to 4 months. A simple way to remember, if the bristles are all frayed and pointing in every direction, it is definitely time for a new one. And this one is a biggie. If you're using rewards, like a sticker chart, make sure you praise the effort, not how perfectly they did it. Celebrate the fact that they participated and tried their best. This helps you avoid creating pressure and frustration, which makes them way more likely to try again tomorrow.
So, we've covered the tactics. We know the why, the how, and the what not to do. But now, let's zoom out for a second. Because the real win here isn't just about getting clean teeth tonight, it's about building something that's going to last a lifetime.
This quote from pediatric dental experts really says it all. The daily brushing battle, it isn't about winning your child's compliance. It's about working together to install a healthy habit that will serve them for their entire life. Every single small, consistent step builds that foundation. And that's really what you should take away from this. You are the coach, the cheerleader, and the teammate in this whole process. Your positive energy, your patience, and your participation. Those are the most powerful tools you have. You've got this.
If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment your thoughts and tell us what topic you want next.